Okay, the meeting is being recorded now. Yeah. Okay, everyone, the meeting is being recorded. I'm going to call it to order. Call the meeting of the Clean Air Commission Zoning and Variance Committee to order. Just so everyone knows that the microphone is there, so it can pick up conversations that are any conversations. So if you don't want what you say to be on YouTube, be careful. Be careful. Let's see. Call to order. Are there any objections to the agenda? Then I'll take it approved without objection. Discussion, just so you know, I will recommend after consulting with the chair and vice chair, and giving them the opportunity to comment. I recommended everyone who's currently on the committee to remain on the committee. There's only one other applicant the same as last year, and it was extremely painful to say no. But I will that will go to the commission. I need to get that to them by the end of the week. Let's see. I should just do a quick, make sure I have everyone's, they always want to know what district you live in. I don't need your address. What district do you live in? Six? Sure.
Street line.
That would be 4.
Probably. Yeah, I was going to say for everything was like.
One used to commissioner for one.
I think I'm 4. East Orange?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
What are we?
We're 3.
Okay.
2.
5.
3. I'm on 3s.
Okay. And let's get on with the agenda. Okay, consider the draft minutes from the previous meeting. Does anyone have any corrections? So do I have a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? So it's approved by a vote of 7 to 0 to 2. Variance agenda. BZA 24-168235, 235 Webster Park Avenue. To allow for a 2-story addition with an extra bedroom as a 2-car garage, the applicant seeks a variance to reduce the required rear yard from 25 to 17% of the total lot. And that is to CC 3332.27. And now the way we do this is you have the floor, and then to make your presentation, then the questions from the committee, and then everyone in the audience will have one chance to talk, and read a public comment, and then we'll come back to the committee. So it's not, and then we'll have discussion and vote. So go ahead, introduce yourself.
I'm Ali Rahimi. I am a recent owner of 235 Webster Park, and I'm here to with Elizabeth, who was kind enough to work on the design of this new renovation, and we're here to present our case and get your feedbacks and see where we go from here.
Let's see if I can pull it up on the screen for you.
Yes, please. I have a printout if anybody needs a copy. So I'm Elizabeth Leddy, architect, and we're here just to request one variance, which is, if you're not familiar with it, it's 235 Webster Park Avenue, and the variance we're requesting is actually existing. So the rear yard setback we found after doing a survey, which was recommended, and Ali took that very seriously because there was lots of questions about where the boundaries were when getting the deed kind of survey. So he was kind enough to do a real survey for us to understand the property limits and some of the site constraints. The variance requested is an existing rear yard is 20%, 20.5, and we're requesting 17.9 change. That is so that he can park a car in the garage, which now is not quite feasible. It is the most charming little house. And we really love the character of it. But we can see on the site drawing that we've done, the dark gray is the existing garage and screened-in porch line. And the lighter gray is the new proposed outline of the house and the garage.
That's the current house and garage,
Correct.
and this is the,
Yes. And the other variance, there's a current non-conforming setback on the west side. We are taking that away. So if we do take down the garage, we would move the property in to actually adhere to the side setback.
where is it?
That would be on the west side, yeah, that line. It wouldn't be much difference, but it would be a 6-inch like setback change. So we'd hope to remove that non-conforming setback.
Okay, so people need to see it that different.
Yeah, so the form, the massing does not look exactly like the historic house, which we do appreciate. We've looked at lots of different designs, including one that mimicked the design of the house, and even raising the roof and doubling the size of the original house, but it really took away the character of that nice, Cape Cod kind of single-story existing structure. So we therefore just decided that it was competing too much and just making the existing house look a little bit like, like the little sister or something of the addition. So we decided to kind of depart from that and look at a more modern approach. Therefore, kind of like opening up some of the great views to the ravine. Ali does like watching the deer from the property, even though he's not living there. He does spend quite a lot of time there. But yes, it is a really nice view from that garage area. Therefore, we kind of placed the bedroom, another bedroom up there to make this from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom house, just for him and his family to kind of coexist nicely and comfortably in this house.
Anything? What can you tell me about the square footage of the do you know the square footage of the existing house versus what you're going to be making? I know someone's gonna ask that, I should have warned you about that.
Yeah, let me see, I have it somewhere. I just have the building area existing and proposed. It's just more the site numbers. I don't have the full square footage right now. But the building area is 1,590 square feet, and our proposed is 1,908 square feet.
So your house is currently 1,590 square feet. And
Correct.
So you're adding 310 square feet.
Mm-hmm. And that lot coverage is about 27.7%. So most of the yard is to the front.
Now, questions from the committee?
I just want to know that the tax records has a square footage of 1,118.
1,000, you know what that's from? The tax records say 1,118 square feet existing.
That may not be including the garage and the screened-in porch.
Well, no, that's just livable
Yeah,
space.
so
It's
I was just
1,118.
saying, sorry, the site coverage then. So my numbers do include
Right.
those.
The garage and the
Yeah.
screen.
Would that make sense?
That's the site cover. What about between the living space? Do you know?
No, I don't know offhand, I'm sorry.
If you have handouts, could I get a copy of what you have?
Yes. I only have one of the full, this is the BZA application.
Sounded like the addition would be 400 square feet.
You see, you're adding 400 square feet to the house.
Of livable.
Oh, livable space.
Not including the second level, but yes.
Including the second level, it would be then.
Can I get my
Okay, that just,
computer out?
okay. No, take your time.
I don't wanna get the number wrong.
No, we would rather you take your time to get it right.
And I don't know if I'll be able to get it tonight. Sorry. Let me make sure I can get you. These are the exhibits that we submitted with the BZA application. I will hand these over. This is my only copy of this. Another one. Thank you. So you're asking for the square footage of the existing house and the square
Yes,
footage
we're
of the new
trying to
house.
get an idea, sense of the scale of the increase.
Okay.
That, and I think someone here, if I don't ask this, someone here is gonna ask that. If someone here doesn't ask it. And I think we're gonna have forward for having a discussion of screening forms and,
We have some screening forms with us.
okay. I didn't, these emails to me and I failed to circulate?
No,
Okay, no, good. No, because I did say.
I can email them to you.
What?
I can email them
Okay,
to
then,
you.
if you could email them to me, I'd be grateful. That way he could circulate them to the commission. I just want to make sure I didn't mess up.
Okay. We didn't know, there was no instructions on
No,
where to send it
No,
or how
it's
to.
either send them to, it says either to send them to me or bring hard copies to the meeting.
Okay, we
So-
brought hard copies. Yeah, I don't have service. It's in my card. Thanks.
Do we have, like I said, it's not fair to ask questions while she's looking, so.
Yeah, I won't be able to, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Just because of the internet, I don't have access.
No, that's
to that
okay.
file.
Why don't you could have those numbers, the commission would be interested to know exactly,
By next week?
yes.
Yes.
And that's part of what we're having a discussion of screening forms is because we ask questions like this all the time and
Perfect.
we should at least warn people. They were talking about revising those screening forms. Okay, any other questions for the committee?
I was interested in the neighbors. Has anybody contacted the neighbors?
Oh, sorry, you were
Do the
asking a
neighbors,
question.
have they been informed, or they?
We've asked Mr. Rahimi to, reach out to the neighbors and stop by, but I don't believe he has them yet.
I know they should have been informed, but.
Well, I just sent out the last minute. I got one comment that I emailed to everyone. I got it this morning and I emailed it. I emailed it about 6:10, so it'll be very good.
And what was the?
It was
Just-
critical, and I'm gonna pull it up here. My computer is going slow. I'm trying to get it so I can see both of this. Here's the picture they sent, and I can't see it up because that's maximum. And Apple takes very seriously once you maximize something, it says not supposed to maximize anything else. The neighbor sent that picture from her window, and I'm trying to get my inbox open again, and it's not. There we go. I know I just sent this to was it to you I sent this comment? Yeah. It says, our main concern is the required rear yard of 25%. We request adherence to the requirement remain unchanged. Whereas the plans to build too close to our property lines will adversely impair our property value and enjoyment of our small backyard. Please share a comment with the meeting. If no one lives there currently at the address, so we haven't had the opportunity to meet the new neighbor. Most likely the new owners will move in after the intense renovations are complete, as it is an older home. Please see the attached photo taken from our kitchen window, the rock and stone border. See pink flag on short pole. mark our property line. The property lines, the existing rear space between properties are very small with 235 property rear yard consisting mainly of a tiny brick patio. Are you,
I'm assuming this neighbor is the neighbor at 234.
do you know which neighbor this is?
So I believe it's the one to your west.
Okay.
So we'd actually give them a little bit more room on that side technically. The addition wouldn't come out too far in that direction.
What was the address of the person's email?
Did she say?
They're at 240 Erie.
2 Erie, so she's in the back,
Yes.
got it.
And where would that's the existing?
It looks like the existing garage corner, and then the flag is the property, the lot corner.
How much, would you estimate from here how far this would stick out?
It wouldn't, it would actually go that way more.
It would not,
It would go to the east more,
it would go, which direction?
that way.
That way?
4 inches.
Yeah.
That way. So
Yeah.
so this view would not get worse.
No, because that's not his property.
No, but she's worried about the view from her when, this isn't his property right here,
No,
and this would be moved farther away from her building. But she would it'd be taller.
yes, taller.
So there's no view from, can't really see above the street lines.
No, I'm putting this up here for because this is what she sent, and I thought it'd be helpful, and I can know it.
Yeah, so, let me point this. So this is the backyard, patio, garage, that's the surveyor's backyard. And this is the neighbor's house, this is the house next, right behind me. So it won't go as deep into the lot, but it will just be taller.
Yes, and it will go towards the east a little bit more, because it does set back, if we look at if you go back to the
it's a
site
good
plan.
photo here where it shows this addition here too.
So we take up a little bit more of his backyard, to the other side. But we can't go out this side, anymore, just because of the existing setback lines.
Where is that picture from?
I believe, my understanding is that she's looking at this lot line, that flag, and then that corner of the garage.
Okay, and this garage,
So she would be somewhere here.
and the garage is moving. And you said this is the new addition, so that's a little bit closer?
Yeah, we're moving this way and then back. This is the rear yard.
Okay, so that's disappearing, but this is staying the same. So a corner of it is moving further.
Yeah, and then there's a fence all the way along here.
The setback isn't changing, it's just,
Correct.
where's the non-conforming setback?
It's like really, if I could see the stippler, but it's right there. It crosses that line.
They're not making.
Most houses do in the city of Columbus.
They're not making you fix that?
You can't.
They're not
I think it's
demanding.
grandfathered in if it's been there for so long.
Sometimes when you do renovations, they do.
Oh, we are fixing it though in our proposed plan.
Is that the 6-inch part?
Yes.
So you're correcting it or
We're
requesting another variance?
We're
You're correcting
correcting
it.
it.
Okay.
I see, you're correct, so you will be in compliance.
We will be, yeah, but we're not fixing, I'm just saying, we're not gonna move the garage just to fix that
Okay.
as it is.
You're not asking
Until
for a
we're doing
variance.
new work, yes, correct. We'll address that one with
Do
the
you
new
have to
addition.
cut down any trees?
No, luckily there are no significant trees. There's some brush on the side of the house, but there's absolutely no significant
What is the
trees.
height of
The new addition?
yes?
It's around 25 to 26 feet to the edge of the top of the roof.
Let's see, in the existing, so you are decreasing somewhat from the existing yard, but you're not decreasing from 17 to 20.
Putting that trees, are there any provisions being made to protect those?
We will do our best just to make sure that the roots are not cut into for any significant trees that are on that. They're actually not that close to the garage. They're smaller trees. So unless, there's no sizable trees that we're like seeing exactly. on the
Okay,
sides.
is it most of the trees that we're seeing out the window are her?
And we'll do everything we can that the existing, we're again not moving anywhere out too much. We're moving a little bit in the back, but we're not moving out west anymore. So we can reuse those foundation, not reusing the foundation lines, but we don't have to dig that much further. Most of it's going out front and a little bit to the back where there is an existing patio, no trees.
Because it's a slanted roof that 25 square feet is towards the front of the road. And as you get to the back of the property, it's not as high.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like, it's 17, 18, maybe 19 feet high towards the back.
That's correct, yes.
So the 25 or 6 feet is the highest?
Mm-hmm.
What is this lowest, where you come down?
That was again, around the 19, 18 feet. And I'll open that drawing up. Yes, it's around 20 feet.
And those are skylights in the roof?
Mm-hmm. And we're still working out the window placement and the skylights. But the intention is to use as much skylight as the client can afford and the builder can build.
So the window placement, are there any that are looking in her windows?
Those smaller ones in the back on the second floor are kind of the extent of it, so we are keeping those windows minimal. There's no reason that, that he wants those views, it's more the focus out the front. So those are just more for really framed views that give you that kind of sense of the trees and just little
I'm just
moments.
thinking about, if I were near, I'd want to know that I had privacy.
There's very much privacy, and that's a big concern for us as well, not to be
Not to have to go the
imposing
other
on
way
the
around.
neighbors as well, so there's very minimal, and we could take most of those windows away, but we just wanna keep a little bit for light and views, and it's good for the massing.
And I keep switching around. If there's something people want to see, let me know. I'll move back to that. Do we have any other questions for the board? Ms. Simbro?
As I sit here listening to your questions, I'm wondering, how many of you actually drove past this site? Because that would answer a lot of questions for you. The house to the immediate east, I believe, it just was involved in a serious fire, I think 2-3 years ago. And so it's gone under major renovation. And so you can't control the view from your window. You cannot like it, but you don't get to control it. They could build a 2-story house, which would
Be on the existing lot.
which would block views. It's nice to see someone trying to do an update with minimal footprint change, and I think that's to be commended, that they're actually correcting one problem. And at first I thought that the architectural style was a little off, but actually it's kind of a wooded area and it's kind of a tree house.
Okay, nice. It's a beautiful, beautiful little corner of Kempton, so we want to really respect neighbors, the animals, the environment. It's really gorgeous. Have you guys driven? Do you know where that is?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Walked by a million times.
too many times. I bike on Olentangy trail, so this was a.
This is
a
your
great
first
fun.
house as well.
It is my first house. Yes.
And I have not, but I will go there before I present to the commission next Thursday. And I will recommend when I email the commissioners that they go there too. Is that, and I'll, wait till I go look at it, that way I can tell them, look, I went and looked at it and made the difference.
It does help in understanding the perspective.
I apologize for not having done that. I should have.
And we can also provide pictures of the, the surroundings where the trees might or might not be. So we can
I think
really get a
picture,
better feel.
or pictures
More
might help.
pictures are good.
Sure.
And just for the commission meeting, you can either send it to the chair email to the chair in advance, or bring a thumb drive, and she will put it on the screen behind the commission as well. She will. No, if you want to do your own, even like slide deck, you can even have a slide deck if you want. I don't know what the rest of their agenda is going to be like, but the zoning agenda, this is the idea of the zoning agenda, so. You just have to hope they're not discussing deer again.
Maybe.
Did you have any comments before me? Do you live near there?
No.
Just interested.
Was there a commissioner report?
No, this is District 4, and there is no commissioner for District 4 right now. No. There are 9 commissioners in the district. The election is coming up for that district. Because they had elected someone, but if whether it's the elected commissioner or her spouse got a job out of town and is leaving. So they're having a special election in the next few weeks, I believe. I'm not sure if just owning property is enough, or if you have to live there to vote. Do you have okay, I guess then it comes back to the committee. The chair puts a motion to approve on the floor. It does not require a second, and that puts it up for discussion.
I think it's a nice looking project.
I think this is a difficult lot, and it's oddly shaped. You're correcting one nonconformity and making an improvement to the structure with minimal disruption to the footprint. All in all, it's a pretty good project.
I'd echo the same thing. It's a good project. I place a lot of weight though in what the neighbors say. They really seem to be against that, which makes it a difficult decision. Without that though, I completely agree.
Any other comments? And if you want to make additional comments as you vote.
I would just recommend introducing yourself to the neighbor and starting a conversation. You probably haven't had time yet, but that always goes a long way when people understand, get more comfortable, bring cookies, I don't know.
That was mentioned.
That would, I think that, and it makes a lot different, it makes a difference to the commission whether it's no one objects, therefore no one has a problem with this. That makes it a lot easier for them to vote yes, that now they're trying to decide between objections and it. So I very strongly meet with her and bring photos.
Sure.
It's easy. And, okay, anyone else? I'll start, Rich.
Yes.
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 No, because of the email.
Yes.
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 And I'm actually going to abstain because I'm going to take, since I have a chance to present, I want to take, and since there's been an objection, I wanna go look at it before I tell the commissioners what I think about it. So it's 7-1 to 1. Recommended approval, is recommended approval 7-1 to 1 each. The commission meets a week from tomorrow at the library. I don't know how much time they'll have, or sometimes they have lots of time. The advantage and disadvantage of meeting at the library is that at 9 o'clock, the librarians kick everyone out, so there is a deadline for the end, which keeps things moving. So thank you very much. If you want to stay around for our, I think it'll be a brief discussion of screening forms, you can, otherwise you're free to head on out.
Yes, well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
time.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have anything else on the screening forms? Are you gonna put that off?
Thought we had, I don't have anything to add at the moment. I thought we had left it at removing a few questions off of it about utilities, and then that was to be presented to the commission at that point.
I think they seem to be happy with the general idea, so I think now it's time. If you could you finalize the
We can
form?
finalize it. I will have printed copies next time, and
We can-
discuss it, and I will send out to the committee ahead of the meeting, so they can again the final version of the form.
Okay, and just assuming that the commission agrees and decides and reappoints everyone, one thing to think about is, I think the rules in the general emails that go out, at least, I don't know if they're linked to in the report, but we'll have a chance to look at our rules again and make recommendations for changes. If you think that you see things that those rules can be made better or simplified, or things taken out, because I have lawyer's disease and I kept adding things. But I also wanted, the goal was I didn't want there to be surprises, but there is a price for specificity. And if it's too specific, I'm open for those ideas. It is much easier if you get those to me in advance. We can't have a discussion outside of the committee meeting, but it's best to think about what you're starting. It's easier to make structural suggestions early than it is at the meeting when there's a proposal in front of you. So other than that, I will then announce the next meeting at the CAC will be February 6th at 7 p.m. and our next meeting will be February 26th here at the Clinton Heights Lutheran Church. And unless there are any objections, I will adjourn the meeting at 7:33.